Welcome back, attractive and well-educated watchers, to a brand new episode of The Frontier. Despite skipping last week due to some snafus, we are back this time around. If you're excited to see what happens today, do all the things that help support the channel and the show and all that good stuff, everybody, feel free to introduce yourselves.
I'm Anase Skyrider, playing Aldous Ronan, the Human Armorer Artificer.
I'm Adam. I am playing Torner Firestrike, the Wildfire Druid.
I'm Flicker, playing Calden, the Blade Singer. Oleg!
Oleg.
I am Oleg and I did not realize I was muted. I am so sorry.
And I am Seth Gatomia. I'm playing Anaru Occulter, Druid of Land, and Requisite Group Furry.
Excellent. Last time the party woke a dragon and healed him, and he flew off. We can't remember his name right now, and we're not going to try to remember his name because it was purposefully complicated. So, yeah, he'll remember that action later on. In the meantime, let's just look at the town treasury so far. As you can see, it's pretty nice. Lots of stuff. Bunch of gems, some artwork, a lot of food, good stuff. Wait one moment. A lot of food, good stuff. Okay, so we have to start off with a little bit of this right here. Everybody sees the hall. This was, we're going to be honest, this was where the dragon was last time. And we actually had a giant dragon token there, but we had basically no memory on our computer, so we didn't end up using it. It's fine. It wouldn't have been super exciting. Anyway, so, in the meantime, we have a little bit of block text to go for. After the release of the old dragon, you find yourselves the next day entering the the next day, that being June 25. You find yourselves entering the hotel hall proper through the old reception room with the somewhat mad from loneliness succubus, past the ghost council, today arguing over the importance or lack thereof of potentially invasive waterborne pests. The hall itself, now free of a dragon, is spacious and comfortable to walk down, if unfurnished, at the end of which you see an ornate door adorned with a lion's head door knocker and a curved handle. A sign next to the door you can see from the distance reads, Hotel Manager. As you approach the door, however, the grand hall becomes more clear. Running down the center of the main hallway, a hall of doors just like the one you just saw, but otherwise less spaced out, as you look to the left, is a waterway filled to the brim with foul-smelling life, which we will show. Whoops, other direction. Right.
Oh, right, I need to be watching the stream. I wonder how my internet's going to handle.
As you can see, it is clams. It's clams all the way down.
Oh, jeez.
It's clams and mussels and sludge and slime.
Is Pow gonna wade through these ones too?
Pow is not with you. Yes. What must have once been a small garden strip in the main hotel for the enjoyment of visitors, with perhaps a surrounding canal that perhaps housed fish or some other regal pleasure, is now a stinking bog filled to the brim with gigantic mutated clams, oysters, mussels, and other bivalves that have filled the water so completely that their bodies stick forth from the surface, gasping and desperately shuddering to try to dig down further into the moisture. The smell is putrescent. Some combination of fish, swamp gas, and deteriorating everything is hideous and nauseating, driving bile up from your stomachs and threatening to leave you weakened and struggling through the stench, requiring you all to roll a DC 15 Constitution save.
Could we back out from where we smell the swamp gas?
You may!
And put a firebolt into it and see if it all burns away?
No, probably not a good idea.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Oh no.
No, not a good idea. This is an enclosed space. We do not like fires in enclosed spaces, especially smelly ones, because smelly gases tend to explode.
Let's not burn up our oxygen supply, please.
Then let's back out further.
Oh,
We have learned our lesson. You should have learned from ours.
So we still doing a con save here?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
It is versus poison. So, dwarves,
So I have
you get advantage, yes.
Alright, I'll roll again.
I might as well roll again.
You are a dwarf. You may. Torner, you are poisoned as the condition.
As a reaction,
Wait.
Flash of Genius,
Hold
plus
on.
5.
Oh my god.
Cover
those
your
rolls are
mouth.
Shit.
Oh,
God damn.
Aldous gives you Flash of Genius, so you're not poisoned. Olek, you need to roll.
Okay, cool.
Constitution save.
Yeah, I'm still talking with me.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. No, okay. So, yeah, give me a second with this whole rolling because it doesn't quite wanna, talk to me right now.
Right?
You know how it is computer, and I always have a love-hate relationship there.
Well,
Starwind is poisoned as the condition.
And what do I have to roll?
Coal mine.
Constitution save.
saving.
Oh, Olek, you weren't even in. Wow.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Maybe we should listen more?
Shush you.
Yeah, maybe I should not be muted.
That could help.
Yeah. That would help.
Olek, you are poisoned as the condition.
Aw, okay.
Jeez.
As you get within 15 feet...
You're off to a wonderful start.
As you get within 15 feet of any given bivalve, it nearly splorts loudly and bubbles. Upon getting within 10 feet of the bivalve, 10 feet, a bivalve launches a stream of scummy, nasty-smelling water in your general direction, not unlike Inarel's own decanter of endless water, but sludgy. While it does not hurt you, the harsh blast knocks you over and makes every step beyond their territory a nauseating mess. One way or the other, these critters must be taken care of, or you'll never be able to refurbish this godforsaken place. Everybody feel free to roll a nature check.
Nature. Nature.
Nature.
Nature.
Even if you're untrained, you're allowed.
What is wrong with me today?
You suck, clearly!
RNGesus fucking hates me today, shit.
Alright, so... Everybody through an RL, Aldous, and Calden would know that these clams, while gigantic and weird, are edible. They clean water by filtering it through themselves. Dirty water in, clean water out. Though it looks like this canal has become too small for their needs and they're unable to maintain it thanks to their overwhelming population. So then, who was the one that got over 20? Flicker. Okay, so Calden knows that they would be just fine if transplanted quickly to the nearby lake. While they can't really hurt you with their jets, they have a mean bite if you do get caught in their jaws, so don't do that.
So these guys filter water, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. But they've grown too big for their pond, so they're not able to filter it.
No,
Yeah.
I just have an idea of where to put them.
They beg. Just letting you know, they beg. If anybody has any of the following, you are entitled to roll, and careful about this one, a history, an arcana, or an intelligence alchemist lab, insight, or a wisdom jeweler's kit.
Shy, can you start over?
Yes.
Shy,
Yes.
Shy,
Sure.
could you start over? You cut out for me, I'm sorry.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. History, arcana, or intelligence alchemist lab, insight, or wisdom jeweler's kit, medicine, or herbalism kit, wisdom, or animal handling. You may roll any and all of those that apply to you.
I think I'll
Would
roll
I-
medicine, because...
Would I get a bonus from having both Alchemist and Arcana proficiency?
No. Use your best.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, in that case,
I can do the
neither
animal
one matters.
handling.
I'll just be different and roll alchemists. Oh wait, I have expertise in those, so that's actually the best thing for me to do.
Oh shit, that's supposed to be at disadvantage. Eh.
Okay.
And did mine not send yet? I don't want to roll
doesn't
again if
seem
it's about
like
to
it.
send. Hold on a second. There we go.
Nice. Very
I love
good.
tool expertise.
Very good. All right.
28, by the way.
So
For anybody who can't see, roll 20.
nobody has history or anything like that.
I do, but Inarl's medicine is better.
I do, and
we said roll any and all that apply. So roll
Oh, any and
history
all that
you are.
apply.
Okay, but before we do that, oh geez, well, fuck you, NRL.
Also have
sorry.
jeweler's tools.
Anyway, before we get to that, or not, before we get to that,
Sorry.
Calden, big numbers here. Good for you. Calden, you know that because these bivalves are filter feeders, installing them in various large cisterns in a reservoir upstream or plumbing network downstream may well keep the water clean so long as the system is well maintained. This might be able to turn the waste runoff from plumbed parts of the community into more food for the colony, as well as potentially help keep the area clean and disease-free. More than that, you might be able, because they're filter feeders, they're kind of stuck with whatever's in the water. So with potentially an appropriate set of affairs, you might be able to drug the water to sedate them with enough chemicals.
Alright.
Next, Aldous Ronan. We're getting to you.
Gotcha. Didn't know how we were doing this. I was a little confused.
Damn it. Aldous Ronan, congratulations. You know that these giant mussels make a special cement-like substance to hold themselves down that can make an especially powerful glue valued by noble shipwrights, carpenters, and even medics the world over.
Ooh.
Does anybody else want to roll any more of the things that we mentioned that they haven't already?
I was gonna do jeweler's tools.
Threw
Jeweler's
in 25
tools.
history.
Because Inarl has those.
Good. Okay, good. Now we're getting somewhere. Narl, with your jeweler's tools, you're looking at those giant oysters and you're thinking they might be able to hold some pearls, perhaps, which are highly prized on the open and black market and are required for some powerful item spells and services.
Alright.
Next, Aldous, with your 25 history, you know that many societies in the past have filled moats with living things to protect their territory. As your territory has the canal system and thus what amounts to a moat, implanting these on the outside shores of the community canals might be able to deter further incursions. What with them having a mean bite, as we mentioned.
And you know, the
Interesting.
spray.
And the spraying, that too, but especially the mean bite.
I definitely share this with the party.
Is there anything else? Anything at all? And RL, could you roll an animal handling, maybe? Since Torner is dropping the ball left and right here.
I mean, I could, but I'm not trained in it.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Funnily enough, she can roll Arcana, though.
Okay. Yeah, she can roll Arcana if she wants. That's reasonable.
That one's trained.
Oh, no, actually, Arcana, you already know everything that you can get from that.
Oh, okay.
It's literally just the animal handling left that you would have to pass if you wanted to pass. It doesn't seem like anybody's getting that one, so we'll move on.
You said insight was one of them?
Yes. Yes.
Technically, I'm trained in that. Might as well throw
but
it.
the insight already has it. So
Okay.
there was an animal handling. Calden, are you on advantage?
No, that's disadvantage to Starwing's poison.
All right. Sorry, Starwing. It's not good enough.
I mean, I could. Never mind. Just taking a shot in the dark with the animal handling, since even if I'm not trained.
You
But
guys don't know enough about how to properly handle these things to know any secrets. Okay. Regardless, you're gonna need to get through this. There is no initiative that is required here because they're not super dangerous to you or anything, but I mean, how you're going to clear them out, you're going to have to find out your own way.
I cut out for like a solid 8 seconds there. If I missed anything, let me know.
So, you're going to have to figure out how to clear them out your own way. You don't need to roll initiative or anything. This isn't a real battle. You cannot lose the battle against these guys.
It's a puzzle.
Basically, yes. There are many different solutions to this. It's your job to figure out what that solution that you will be using will be.
Okay, so don't we know anything about these creatures at all?
Oh, we know a lot.
So do we know what kills them?
Huh? Say again?
Do we know what kills them?
They're animals. Just anything that kills an animal kills them.
We could poison the water to kill them.
Well, no. You could drug the water to sedate them with enough chemicals that you could more easily remove them.
Yeah, Narl has no plans on killing these things because they're just defending their little territory.
Aldous wants the glue.
Plenty
of you, quite useful.
Plenty of you have determined uses for these at this point. Yes.
And then there's Oleg wanting to kill them.
Well, no, Oleg just asked what kills them. And anything kills them. Any old thing that comes by that'll kill you probably would kill them.
Okay.
They'd just be spitting water at you the entire time,
Can you train them?
They're
not really, I think.
They're basically bugs. They don't really have minds of their own, per se. So no, not really, but you can transplant them various different places.
Do they spit at everything that gets to their territory?
Huh?
They attack everything that gets to their territory?
Anything that gets within 10 feet of them, it seams. They shoot water
I'm gonna build a ditch around my camp, and I'm gonna stuff them in there.
This is beautiful.
Oleg is doing what?
We can see that Oleg is following the history perspective. Yeah, so we can see that Oleg is following the history perspective, using them as potential defenses on his borders, like a baller. Okay.
I was thinking it would be a good idea to put them in the moat and then harvest them for glue and pearls, as it were.
Yeah, but
glue,
think about it
pearls,
like this.
food.
Think about it like this. You don't have to worry about, like, if I make, like, a nice ditch around my place, right? Then you can just, like, put on your little mask and harvest them whenever you want to, because they're right there, and you don't even have to go far. They're right there.
We love that Oleg, the community has a moat and a wall, but then inside of the community, Oleg's little community has, a moat and a wall. Just in case. This is actually how fortress towns come to be, so, we can't even blame him.
That honestly is a good idea.
Think about it like this,
Oleg has
right?
his own little Bailey.
Aldous is definitely going to make, his own pool for these that's going to connect to the river or something like that with his alchemical workshop. It's going to be great.
Little breeding ground.
Oh,
yeah.
Little controlled environment breeding ground.
Alright, so how are you guys going to deal with these many,
So you're gonna have to
clams?
find out
Here's
how
a
to
question.
sedate them.
I have a question. How many can we fit in a bag of holding?
Besides
Won't that
that they
kill them?
are in Tailspire, none. They appear to be occupying a 5-foot cube.
Well, you can fit a creature in a bag of holding, so...
Yeah, but you will also
A bag of holding is 4 feet on the side. On the inside. So it'd be squeezing at best.
You will unfortunately have to simply haul these bad boys out by hand over time.
I was going to say, I do have access to control water. Could we, bubble them up and then carry them out that way?
Well, shape water can certainly deflect the streams that the clams spray at you. If you want to try to handle them, it might make it easier. But you cannot lift anything up in control water when you're controlling water. It specifically says that.
So what you would have to do is to flood everything.
You're not doing the Katara thing of lifting a bubble through the air.
Well, you can.
What we would have to do...
It just doesn't have anything in it. Just water.
What we would have to do is flood everything, and then flood it out, and then flood it into, my little, protection thingy.
Push them with the water?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're proposing is that we flood the hotel, the restaurant, and the tunnel that the non-believing spiders used to attack the restaurant, and then we empty that into a trench that we have to dig.
Yes.
I would say first we get them transplanted.
I don't see a problem with this plan at all.
See, told you.
I say we first get them transplanted to the water sources outside we already have, and then as they then once Oleg gets his little ditch dug and filled, then we put some in there.
Okay.
As for transporting them out of here, I don't think flooding the place is...
Shouldn't we first build the ditch? Because the thing is, what kind of water bodies do we have? We have all kinds of water bodies where we tend to drink the water out of, We have the lake and stuff, and we have... It's not really healthy to have that stuff there. It's much better we dig the stuff first.
Is it?
The clams are filter feeders.
We've actually specifically already... who is it? Calden that made the medicine check? Somebody made a proper medicine check that they were able to know that you could use these clams to potentially clean the water of the community.
Heck, if anything, these clams are going to make the water around our community better.
Cleaner, yes, exactly. They just can't handle the pool right now because there are too many of them and too small of a place.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, let's put them in the river then.
Hang on, is there a low-lying area in our community that we could use as a temporary pool for them?
Well, we mean...
Literally the moat you
could put them in the moat, yeah.
Well, what I mean is, a lot closer to the entrance to the hotel so that we're not going all the way to the outside of the community. We have a sort of spot we can put them in first.
You guys have not built a cistern yet. Sorry. Nor have you even talked about it.
Closest water source is over by Aldous' camp.
Aldous,
but has a ton of carts and donkeys, so we could wheel them out one by one with our good old-fashioned beasts of burden.
Yep, basically, you have wagons and stuff.
Yep, I do.
Well, the carts would need to be able to fit through the hotel and everything, so carts it is.
Yeah.
Me. So we can transport them. It's just a matter of where to transport them to for the time being.
It'll take all day, but you can do it.
Yeah, and all can use shape water to keep people from getting face blasted unless
and so can Torner.
Yeah, so can Torner unless Calden can whip up a drug to sedate them.
Well, Calden could whip up a drug to sedate them. It might help.
Can I ask a weird question?
I can't.
Yes.
The weird helmet that I have, the water-breathing helmet...
Did Aldous help with alchemist supplies to drug them?
Your water
that just keeps you from drowning.
Yeah, that just keeps you from drowning. It doesn't stop you from being blasted with water and knocked on your ass by gross stuff.
Okay.
Yes. So anybody with medicine or an herbalism kit could potentially create a drug, enough of a drug to pour into the water.
Alright. I need to hit the second submit.
Well, that's more than good enough. You know that there is a local thing that creates a calming effect, and it would almost certainly knock these things out. Through a couple hours of gathering it up and mashing it down with all of your bunny community, you're able to create something that you can throw judiciously from a distance at the stuff, and it seems to burble them down a little bit. They'll still spurt water at you, but only from about 5 feet away, not 10 feet away. Makes it easier for everybody.
E.
Do you want to try to use any other special type of thing to get them ready to be moved out?
I can't think of it. Just think of something.
No. I just remembered that I have the
I've
fishing
got
net
blocks
from
and tackle,
the-
and
I have the fishing net. And we
No,
actually,
you will be required to slog in there and lift them out by hand. They are medium-sized creatures.
I have lots of block and tackle and rope. We could try tying the ropes around them and then lifting them out that way as well.
It doesn't really matter either way. It all comes down to an animal handling check. Which the DC of which is 2 less because you were able to drug them.
Alright.
They are animals, just letting that be known.
There's a lot of them though. I was going to say, wait, how many does animal friendship use charges though? That just occurred to me. I think it does. I'm pretty sure it uses level 1 charges.
can you do speak with animals?
I can, but there's a ritual too.
Yeah, but do they even have a brain? Like, they can't really talk.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what would talking to them even get us anyway? Just burble.
Animals. They're animals. You could talk to them. It would allow them to speak with you intelligibly enough. They have a 1 or 2 intelligence, just like any other animal.
True.
Before you downcast them just because they're mollusks or whatever, they are still animals. The spell works. Like,
All right. Well, I guess we'll try. I guess Inara will try speak with animals then. Try and let them know. Hey, we're gonna move you to a better environment. This pool you're in has grown decrepit and rancid with filth you guys aren't able to get to because of how big and strong you have gotten to.
Slow down. You cast speak with animals and you just start saying that to them?
Well,
sorry. We think we should start from the moment that you can understand the animals.
Yeah, probably better idea.
First, because they're already talking. Yeah. And you hear...
True.
Get out of our territory! Why are you here? They're gurgly, because the water.
Yeah, because of the water. We're here to help clean the place up.
This place has been my home for all of eternity. I know what it's like. It's always been this way.
Trying to think of how to best respond to a talking clam.
Nixon? You doing Nixon?
Almost, kind of.
Gotta put a little more jowl into it.
It's not a Nixon, but it's definitely Nixon adjacent. So yeah, kinda, but only kinda.
Well, would you like to move to somewhere where you better fit in? Because I've seen you have
Less
grown
crowded?
quite large. Somewhere less crowded. Yes, thank you.
What are you need now? Finally, we're so strong!
Didn't understand a word of that. Honestly, I'm glad I'm not the one talking.
Finally, we're so strong! Fighting makes us strong.
But if you had more room, you would be able to get even larger and stronger.
Roll a persuasion.
Wait, can I inspire?
You may inspire. Anybody at any point can use any ability or whatever to help this.
I was going to say, Aldous is using guidance.
Yeah, Aldous said that he's going to use guidance.
Okay.
So persuasion
just so you know, you can do it. Inspiration.
You can do it.
Inspiration gives advantage, or
inspiration adds D.
Bardic inspiration is the inspiration die. Ezeth rolls that.
Yeah.
okay.
And RL, did you fail your constitution check earlier?
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah, roll a 20. Roll a 20 on that constitution earlier.
Okay.
Ooh.
Alright.
22.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a 20 total. Very nice.
No, 22.
22 with guidance.
22
Oh, my bad.
total?
Yes.
Unless Aldous
What's it?
wants to add his flash of genius.
You know what? I think I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Oh, planting in that doubt.
Do it.
Wait, isn't a flash of genius a reaction thing?
It is.
Can use
You
it
make
at any
checks,
time.
so yeah. Yep.
So, are you doing it, or... Yeah?
Yeah,
You doing
I said
it?
I was. Yep.
27.
Okay, 27. He goes... Whoa! Stronger is good! Oh! We will allow ourselves to be relocated to lower pastures!
Sounds like he's gargling pearls.
And he goes, all of them do that.
Cheer and gurgles.
So, over the next about half of the day, because they are willing and they are not blasting you with water the entire time, they are taken to the nearby moat for holding, as it were, the near Aldis's community. After dealing with the monsters, the water is truly rank and disgusting. Nothing unmutated can live in it, and you will have to slowly net out all of the sludge just to clear the water. It will take the rest of the day, or perhaps even all of tomorrow if you cannot find a quick fix to it. Just looking at the water makes you feel sick, and there's no telling what sort of plague lives within this gross. You must know. Obviously, you can't open the hotel until that's cleared out.
Yeah.
Right.
Are
there any?
Are
there plants in this?
No, it's
Maybe.
mostly just rotting fish parts and shells and sludge and unidentifiable things.
Do you guys have destroy water?
Yeah, we could. Well,
To be fair, rotting fish and stuff is actually very good fertilizer for plants.
yeah.
Well, we're going to tell you destroy water is not going to be able to destroy this much water.
Yeah, not without multiple casts.
You could jump in and slog it out yourselves by hand.
I kind of want to use shape water to do. I feel like shape water would help with making something easier, but I'm not quite sure what? Quite yet.
Well, removing water, in strict hypothesis. One moment. Roll wisdom.
Alright.
Can we drill a hole and just flush it out?
No, you don't know where that hole would lead.
Yeah, we probably don't want this getting into our water.
Let's make a hole to the unbeliever's nest.
Oh, man. It is a stone foundation, though, so it's probably not going to work for you.
Oleg is in
Takes out
favor.
his mining pick.
We love where Oleg's going, though.
Oleg is in favor of biological warfare.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Beautiful.
And it's very natural, you see. It's not very chaotic.
Oh, man. Oh, that's very funny. Okay, NRL. NRL. What... If you were to use shape water, you could remove the water and leave the gunk at the bottom. And that might make it a little bit safer, because nothing could get into your mouth. And stuff like that. So that would mechanically help. We're just... You have rolled a sufficient wisdom to reason that together, that maybe even just removing the water might make it a little bit less icky to work with. You would still, of course, have to slog down in there with all of the bugs and grime and crap and stuff like that, and sharp shell bits, and shovel it out yourselves, unless you can find somebody else to do it or something else to do it. But at least then it might be a little less gross.
How's the ventilation here?
Non-existent.
It's non-existent at this point. Any ventilation shafts or anything like that have long been stuffed in by dirt and sludge and grime and the wear and tear of years. They'd have to be cleared out. Part of the refurbishment.
Okay.
Which is why it's so sickening to be in this area.
If you give me a long rest, I can take Gust.
That probably wouldn't help until you have proper ventilation.
Yeah.
Logically. I mean, you can do it if you want to create a stench tornado or whatever, but
with a long rest,
we doubt
I could take
anybody
detection for poison. That might help.
Well, with a long
You're
rest,
already a dwarf.
For
with
everybody else.
Oh.
with a long rest, you guys, the druids and the artificer can take purified food and drink.
This is a third level spell.
This is not food or drink.
That is a third level spell.
No, it's
I
not.
do not have this.
It's a first level spell.
It's a first level ritual on these.
I'm thinking of create food and never mind.
Anyway, yes, if you remove the water, it will be less disgusting.
Yeah, you'd be able to shovel it out rather than whatever you do with it.
Yeah,
slog it out.
Yeah.
Bucket it out.
Anybody
If we remove
who so desires is welcome to roll an animal handling check. And it would be good for you if you used all of the advantages that you can on this one.
Okay. Animal handling.
Torner is the best.
This is a half day past, right?
Yes.
So is Starwing still poisoned? Or do you want to look that up?
Starwing is still within the gross.
Alright.
Alright, Torner!
Yeah, I got a...
Torner!
Oh, wow.
Torner,
I was being buffed.
This is absolutely for you. You are the guy who figured this one out. You reason, in your expertise of the subject, that perhaps an appropriate animal could take care of this. You once served under a noble as an animal trainer for some horses of his. You were just training some horses back when you were just level 1 or what have you. And he had this monstrous creature in his family garbage heap called an otyug. And it consumes garbage. It might be able to take care of this without any of you having to slog around, and it would love it. They're intelligent enough to speak, and they even have a low form of telepathy that lets them get across basic messages.
Question is, where do we get one?
Well, you could, if you found one, considering how disgusting all of this is, if you found one, you could probably convince it to move in.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'd have an otyug to eat your community's garbage.
Sweet.
Yeah,
right.
That requires us to find one
out here. Yeah.
Do I have any idea where one might acquire such a creature?
Well, any suitably advanced and large enough society would have to have some way to clean up their garbage, so probably any suitably advanced and large enough society nearby.
So our closest neighbor.
Yeah.
Or perhaps there's one in the hotel's garbage disposal.
You haven't found that yet, but
if they have one,
you know that your nearest neighbor is absolutely the crypt spiders.
But would they know to have one?
Well, they have garbage too, just like anybody else. They have an entire society full of humanoid livestock that they breed in mass. You know, all that shit's got to go somewhere.
Okay, I guess we'll check with the crypt spiders.
Okay, well, Shadow Weave and the other spiders are, of course, chilling and trying to clean up and maintain the Temple of Genesis. As you approach her, she sees you and jumps a little bit on her legs and goes, Oh goodness! Hello, proprietors! What might I do for you this fine day?
Yes. We're wondering if you have a creature that is good at disposing of garbage, like various muck and waste.
Oh, well, yes, we have a few of our own for our local garbage, for our local cesspool, but we need those. Are you talking about something like an otyug?
Yes, we are.
Oh, yes. Unfortunately, we do not have many, and with our growing community of the faithful, we cannot spare ours right now, but I may know where one might be.
That would work fine. We have recently discovered a mess that does need cleaning up.
Oh, goodness. Well, that is understandable. It has been quite in a sorry state since the siege, and who can know how the hotel is. That being said, it may involve a touch of risk, if you will.
What kind of risk?
Well, every good spider community has their own cesspool, and thus an otyug or two that we jockey for and compete for back and forth. Perhaps a nearby settlement, the non-believers' camp, could be ransacked for theirs.
I see. We're going on a heist.
I believe
I
this
see.
is I think this is closer to a raid.
Not with that attitude.
A heist is stealing something. She said ransack.
They don't have to know that we're here.
Yeah.
Of course, you may use whatever means. You may use whatever means that you desire. It is far from me to question the proprietors on the methods.
Of course.
I mean, when you get right down to it, a raid is just a really loud heist.
I feel like we could maybe, if we could sneak in. I'm thinking what we do is we get a little bit of the sludge to bring us some enticement. Be like sneak in, get in there, like hey buddy, got a nice food for
the
you.
word sneak.
I heard about sneaking.
Aldous is already taking out his tools to start modifying his armor.
Oh my god.
And with Staff of Woodlands, pass without trace would help.
Don't forget the druid's wild shaping into tiny little critters.
Yes.
But we could get a sample of the sludge. Go to one of the neighbors.
Can we disguise ourselves as crypt spiders?
It sounds like I'm going to need to prepare alter self.
Alter self can only make you into like a humanoid or whatever we think.
Yeah, it's got to be like the same basic body plan if I recall.
Yeah.
Can we wild shape into crypt spiders and just sneak in?
We're gonna say no, but polymorph would work.
Damn.
Wait. What if you transform with your wild shape into a spider creature and then we use disguise magic to make you look like one of them?
Wouldn't alter self work if he was a spider?
Then you still wouldn't be able to talk.
Alter self only applies to self, so I couldn't apply it to somebody else, unfortunately. I don't think I have any other ability that would work for that. We would just straight up have to use disguise. Not unless there's something on the druid spell list.
Shit.
I think polymorph is like what, 4th level?
I think it's higher than that.
I am checking now. It is 4th level. It is Bard, Druid, Sorcerer, and Wizard.
Alright, so we can pull a polymorph.
Can be any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's. Or level if it doesn't have a challenge rating.
It gets you only an hour.
That's another problem too.
It gets you only an hour.
Yeah.
You would have to do this fast. You would have to get in, get to this Otyug, and get that shit out. Are you willing to take that risk?
I'm checking pass without trace.
Okay, what if we locate the Otyug? And then we
a shadow
wedge.
can tell you where the Otyug is.
Hang on,
She
and
knows
then we
where
wedge
it is.
all of the doors that would allow them to access the pathway that we have to take it out. So none of them can actually get there, and we can just lead this thing out of there.
Oh, I'm afraid it will be a little more complex than that. We spiders, we don't use doors like you use them, you see.
So what I'm hearing is that I shouldn't prepare Arcane Lock.
Yeah.
Probably
Wait,
not.
what if I install a door and then I use
I was about to propose, what if we just make a tunnel out of wood and just push that all the way to the Otyug?
That sounds a little more complicated than it needs to be.
We're honestly wondering how you would do it. Like, now we're curious. You have the GM's attention. Do go on.
Well, we have to assemble it in, like,
Here's what we do.
foot
We make-
sections, and then push one forward, and then push the others behind it.
Here's what we do. We make a door. We break it in several places so that it can fit properly in a bag of holding. Then we use mending to repair the door, and then we install it into the hole. Then we arcane lock it.
I'm afraid that's not going to work. Your doors are much smaller than our tunnels.
So we would get more doors.
Meanwhile, Gnarl's just looking at the two
One
wizard
big
people
this
like they're crazy.
Went in thinking that this was gonna be a heist, ended up being like some hardcore bad game of Fortnite. Jeez. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into this cavern and we're gonna build a house in the middle of the cavern around the Otyug to protect us from the spiders, and then the house is gonna lift itself up Baba Yaga style and walk off with the Otyug. Like, we're really wondering where you're getting all of this shit. Like,
I just want to point out that the high wisdom players are letting the low wisdom players come up with the plan.
they really are. It's hilarious.
Hey,
We're just watching a train wreck.
Intelligence matters here too. Listen, I'm just saying.
And it's so intelligent to Fortnite your way through this this scenario.
Out of curiosity, are the hallways there mostly straight?
No.
Imagine they would be winding
I
and
believe you would know most of them as caves.
yeah.
So here's the alternative here. I can prepare invisibility. Also lasts an hour. We can use that to get the most appropriately sneaky person in there.
Oleg.
Pretty
Or
much.
Me and me, actually.
So Oleg or Calvin or both. Double team.
I can cast invisibility now.
Cool.
So-
So then what I could do is use enhance ability to get advantage, to give advantage on that stealth, maximize as it were. And then you could do invisibility, and we could get Oleg in there. And then we find the Otyug, and presumably we're going to have to start bringing some good food in, food, air quotes, in a bag of holding or something, or just a straight up backpack.
Okay.
I was gonna say they can be reasoned with because they do have intelligence, so we can bring some of the sludge and be like, "Hey, yeah, look what we've got."
I have a massive gaping flaw in that plan.
Listening.
Oleg. This is Oleg you want to send in.
Here's the thing.
Great.
I was
That's
saying,
great. What the hell?
Oleg makes a great negotiator.
Oleg's gonna offer it alcohol.
And?
Well, we just tell Oleg, hey, rather than offer it alcohol, offer it this bottle of sludge.
It is technically a drink.
Does have any response to this? Or is ESAT's mic fucked up?
No,
Yes.
I'm just listening because I'm absolutely entertained by what you guys are talking about.
Oh, good.
If it's really a problem, keep in mind, we have 2 people who can cast invisibility as well. We could send another person in.
You know, you guys are making this way too complicated. All you would have to do, you know, out of character here right now, you know, because some of you apparently have like wisdom and are intelligent. All you would have to do is say like, yeah, we have this super wine that is very much creature specific. You give that to that creature. It's not good for you because it's not meant for you. It's icky for you, but it's super good for the creature. And there you go. You have your mad wine.
Straightforward.
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, give the creature a bottle of the gunk and be like, hey, we've got more of this back home if you come with us.
The point is
Yeah.
to get to it unnoticed and then convince it to leave with us quietly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
I
that's
feel-
another problem.
I feel like the back and forth is probably going to be the biggest problem because, you know, we're going into spider-infested territory.
I actually feel like the negotiations are going to be easy.
Yeah.
The fact that Oleg would probably go out of invisibility during the negotiations, because negotiating with someone you can't see is a little bit hard.
We mean Oleg's done it before.
Yeah. We
Which
just got to make sure there are no spiders around when he does that.
All Olek has to do is drop the bottle and it won't be invisible anymore. Be like, hey, come with us. I mean, Olek could still give the item without being invisible. Just be like, hey, I'm invisible right now because we don't want them to see us. Did my internet cut out?
Nope.
No, we still hear you.
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah?
I don't know if you can hear us.
I don't think you can.
We can hear him.
Sorry, I'm juggling a 6-year-old right now.
No problem.
Oh, crap. Everything
I'm
came in all at once. What did you guys miss?
We can
didn't
hear
miss
you, but
anything.
Okay, what I was saying is that Olek can just drop the bottle and it won't be invisible anymore. Olek doesn't actually have to lose invisibility, and if this creature can be reasoned with, you know, hey, we're invisible. You know, because we don't want to be noticed, because we...
ooh, now you're cutting out.
Yep.
Do you want me to just type it in chat?
No, wait, I get what you're
We get
saying.
what you're saying, yeah.
I'm willing to go along with it, but if this plan goes south, I'm going with an I told you so.
Oh my god, are we doing like a solo mission here with Oleg?
I wouldn't know about a solo mission.
Theoretically, we could send in 2 people.
Not free?
The druids can wild shape. If necessary, we can sit in a bag of holding.
Oh my god.
Bag of holding has a limited air supply.
Yeah, but would it help if you would have my helmet on?
No.
No.
And unless you filled it with water, at which point it would overload the weight and all this would be dropped into the ethereal plane.
My internet's really not helping me.
Well. Have we ever tried talking to the non-believers?
I mean, we killed a
have
bunch
not.
of them.
Actually.
Oh, you cannot talk to the non-believers! They're horrible! They want to kill us all!
Okay, yeah, that tracks. Never mind.
Hey, just because that's wait a sec. I should cast what should I cast? Talk to specific people should I cast? What is it called?
Person?
No, she wants the telepathic communication.
Hmm.
Telepathically
that.
communicating with Turner and
Just want to narrow the conversation down? Is that
You
what you want to do?
Yeah,
You
not
get-
not having the spider listen.
So you get you
I was gonna
plus
say, the
3
spider-
people.
Turner
provide-
and
I would say the spider can provide good input. Because she knows the society better than us.
She would be the one leading,
Yeah.
or one of her servants would be the ones leading you to the thing.
That actually does
yeah, but
give
the thing
me.
is, right? They are hostile to each other. That doesn't mean they're hostile
Yeah,
necessarily to
I
us.
know what Oleg's getting at.
You go ahead.
Oleg is wanting to cut the spider out of the conversation because he's recognized that the believers are very hostile to the non-believers and want to keep us on their side. The spider,
That
the
makes
priest,
sense.
the priest does not want us talking to the non-believers because the non-believers might tell us something and convince us to side with them.
Potentially.
Shy furiously taking notes.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, the non-believers, if they and the believers don't get along, and the non-believers make a deal, for example, with us, to clear out the temple, and we just stick with it, and they do something else, and we make a deal with them or something like that, that would mean that we would no longer have spiders in the hotel.
So, like, who are you gonna put into that communication?
Well, I would take Turner and Aldis into the communication,
One more.
and then talk
You get one
Thieves
more.
Can't with Caldin.
You also get one more into the communication.
Oh, well, then
You get
Inaral.
yourself plus 3 people. Yourself plus 3 people.
Yeah, then I would take Inaral because I can talk with Caldin in Thieves Can't.
Nice.
I mean, you can also relay simple messages with ability. Free.
That is true. That's racial, though.
Alright. Let's see.
Well, I mean, it would work though, right? If I just have you free in and talk to you, and then I talk
Yeah.
Thieves Can't with Caldin, should
Yes,
be
it
fine.
would work. It would work.
Let's just do
Yes.
like that. So, guys, listen well. They don't get along with the unbelievers. The unbelievers don't get along with them. Well, we are third party here. We can pick who we get along with. Maybe we can actually get to deal with the unbelievers.
True.
Alright.
So I don't know what we could offer to them.
Well, first of all,
Hmm.
the believers want us to give them corpses, right? But I suspect the unbelievers give birth the same way they do, and who knows, if they're hostile to each other, we might actually have a deal that they get rid of each other through each other and just leave us out of it, and then see if there are very few less, we might actually have an advantage there because we can get rid of the few that are less.
Out of character, you could have the deal be that we get rid of the non-believer or the believers. That seems to be a goal that they have. Just saying.
So far as you've been told, they want to destroy the temple.
And the temple is the hotel.
The temple's the hotel.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that they want to destroy the temple. What they probably want to destroy is like the sacred temple, whatever. And if you get rid of the believers, then you will no longer have a temple.
Well, the temple would still be there structurally.
Hmm.
They destroyed quite a bit of the structure when they were attacking in the siege, but there's no way to tell if that was purposeful. Well, no, a degree of it was purposeful. They had softened the wall to break down into the main restaurant.
But the question is, do we want to keep the hotel?
I mean, we could probably make use of it. It's
Yeah.
free. It's free real estate.
Anybody hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
I was gone for like a solid 40 seconds. 10 out of 10. I want to kill myself. Cool.
Alright. So, long story short, Oleg is bringing up the idea of going to the non-believers and trying to make peace with them or something.
Well, the thing is, we can at least go over, see what they want, and see if we can negotiate something. Whether it works or not.
Here's the problem with that. I think they would be aware of our participation in the previous siege, so...
Yeah, especially
They're gonna
since
be
I off one of them.
Yeah.
Can we ask anybody who's interested to roll a wisdom save?
Wisdom save?
Oh, just a wisdom, so you can include all of your wisdom-y goodness in it.
I mean, yeah, because proficiency. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Anybody else?
You know what?
We do for wisdom check.
Jesus!
You know what? Screw it. Why
So
not?
That's good enough. 15's good enough. So we're just gonna tell you, they think that you guys are livestock.
Yeah, so they probably wouldn't be open to negotiate with us.
You need to please do remember, because this has been established many times, so we're not like bringing it up like weirder. They think that humanoids are like we think cows are.
Yeah, the only reason the Spiderweave and her people, treat us with any form of respect is because they think we're gods.
Yeah, that is absolutely the crux of it. The Shadowweave has actually stated in so many words, we believe on camera, that you all just look like livestock to her. You look like cows,
So yeah, so negotiations with, the unbelievers probably wouldn't go over as well as with these guys, because, at least with them, we had the amulet to say, at least make false claims.
I mean, we fulfilled the prophecy close enough, honestly.
Mm-hmm. We had circumstance and luck work out for us with these guys. I don't think it's going to work out so well with the unbelievers.
Well, the unbelievers don't believe, so.
We don't have any leverage unless we really want to leverage, the wants and needs of their society, which means providing human livestock, which is not an option.
Yeah.
It's typically how you negotiate with people is you provide things that they want, while the things that they want are no-go.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to either go in guns blazing or go in all secret agent stealth style.
How about we go in secret agent stealth, so I see if we can sabotage enough and figure out what's going on, and then go in guns in blazing.
We mean...
Yeah, sneaking in probably work better in this case than a knockdown, drag-out fight.
Am I hearable again? I guess I cut out
Yes.
for like 10 seconds.
Yes.
You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and try restarting my hotspot. So I will be back in a moment.
Okay.
I like the sabotage route.
Gotta be sneaky.
Who's in for the sabotage? Well, think about it, right? We can't all go in, but we can, for example, sneak in. Maybe if the druids can shapeshift, sneak in the druids, sneak in, invisibly ourselves, and have one or two wait outside, ready and everything, and then just come in,
Well, Inarl's the only one that can't sneak, per se. Because Torner can wild shape. Inarl just won't.
Torner
refuses to.
Can both polymorph. It's a polymorph you need.
I was gonna say, who said if Anarl's not gonna wild shape, who said she's gonna do polymorph?
Pretty good point. Anyway, Inarl seems to be refusing to use the options to stealth. Torner can.
That trace is pretty nice.
Yeah. Again, that was one of the first things I mentioned. We have pass without trace. We can use it an unlimited number of times. It doesn't even consume charges on the staff. It's concentration, 1 hour, pass without trace, and yeah, it's only a +10 to stealth checks, but that's still a +10 to stealth checks. And then if anybody has to go off on their own, then we can use invisibility.
Yeah.
Well, stealth stealth doesn't make you undetectable. It makes it makes you silent.
It makes it harder to detect you.
Yeah.
More to the point is that there's no way to hide or to stealth, rather, then it doesn't matter how big your bonus is. If it's just nothing but empty, featureless caverns of various winding shapes and corridors, then there's really there's no way to hide.
Yeah, if there's
Other than, a veil of shadow.
If there's nothing blocking line of sight, then you can't hide.
So you guys have been talking about, having only 2 invisibilities. You could use Pao Yu to cast invisibility too. She's a resource you have available.
Fair enough.
So
True.
you could potentially invisible 3 people, just letting you know.
Okay. So the druids have access to wild shape, but Inal won't, so I guess we'll have to do that.
I was going to say, another thing is, how far away is this... How long will this trip take is another problem, because if invisibility only lasts an hour... So, if the round trip is 3 hours, that's going to be a problem.
Let's ask Shadowweave. Shadowweave is sure that she can get you there in a half an hour and get you back in a half an hour.
Alright. That's
Well,
good.
we could just, do that, the whole stuffing issue, like a few minutes before we reach the place. And then just, have basically more or less the hour there.
I can cast invisibility more than once, put another way.
Shadowweave is sure that she can get you there and back in a half an hour.
Yeah, so
It shouldn't be a problem.
So then that shouldn't be a problem then.
Yep, shouldn't be a problem. She can totally do it.
Well, that means that we're not going to have invisibility on the last bit of return, because negotiating with it is going to take time.
But by that point, you'll be long gone, right?
Yeah, but by the time invisibility wears off, you'll be close enough to the civilization, close enough back to, a hopefully safe area that, it won't matter that much.
It is just the enemy camp, after all.
But we can even approach up to a certain point without actually going into invisibility and everything.
Yeah. We go partway there with Pass Without Trace, Invisibility, then, they Pass Without Trace, the invisible people, go do the negotiation, get the creature back, then we use Pass Without Trace to get back the rest of the way.
Talk amongst yourselves. We gotta go carry a crate real quick into the nursery. Just, yeah.
Alright.
We'll be right back. Like, literally 30 seconds.
Does anybody know how big what was it called again? Eugalith? Something like that? How big it is?
We could probably look that up.
Okay, this is something that Torner should know. What's it called?
From the sounds of things, maybe
Let me restart Discord because the stupid loading window will not disappear, so give me a minute.
It's called a Eugalith, but I don't know how to spell that. I imagine it's maybe a medium creature. Is that how it's spelled?
everyone's looking for me to chat with me.
The Yugoloth, which is spelled Yugoloth. So
I'm gonna just jump in.
That's how it's spelled.
It's not a Yugoloth. It's an Otyug.
Otyug.
Otyug, and they're large.
Oh.
Thank you, Trikekis, who I don't think has ever actually spoken live on stream before, but has been here in so many sessions.
Otyug. Where did I get Yugoloth from?
That was me who said that, and I wasn't sure. I didn't remember what it was called. That was my bad. So the question then, it's a large creature. We probably wouldn't be able to sneak it out in a bag of holding. So the question is, how do we get it out?
Well, they said it was intelligent enough to communicate telepathically, so we just, offer it food. Bring some of that shit with us in a bag of holding and dump it out right there.
Yes.
Like, hey, we got this shit, and we want more, come on.
I doubt they have the garbage right in the middle of the town, too.
Heck, if it's smelly enough, we could probably just lure an Otyug out of the camp.
Well, what we're saying is that we might have issues getting it out quietly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is...
proposal.
Can you hear me? Guys,
Proposal.
We can hear you.
Yes.
Let Oleg talk first.
He's first.
There's no way that they have the garbage in the middle of town. It must, or in the middle of the camp, or whatever, a cave, or whatever.
True.
It must be somewhere around outside. So we could technically go around it depending on where exactly it's situated.
Yeah,
I don't think it has to be outside if it's a... it could just
I
be
was
a
like-
long, far-away tunnel.
I was saying we need. Well, here's the thing: we have a guide to show us where they're going to keep their refuse-eating creatures anyway. And I imagine, you probably usually don't want your garbage, in the middle of your town. So they're not going to have it in the middle of their camp. It's definitely going to be on an edge, maybe a little bit further out to keep the smell away.
So, proposal. When we get there, and it agrees to come with us, I cast invisibility on it, and then double dash all the way back.
Yeah, since we do have multiple casts of invisibility, someone who can cast invisibility would have to go with, Oleg would go with, because, the negotiator.
I would be willing to give up my invisibility as necessary because Aldous, with the infiltrator armor and his pretty okay dexterity and proficiency in stealth, will be fine, probably.
Me.
Oh, fuck.
Who knows? I told Opsh does have, again, multiple castings of invisibility.
The reason why I said I would do it is because I can outrun most things.
Yeah.
But they're probably going to try and stop the, I already forgot how you pronounce it, Otyug.
Otyug.
Is the concern.
No, they're not going to know the Otyug's moving because it's invisible.
But you are running away while it's following behind, hopefully not slamming into too many things or getting slammed into, ending the invisibility.
Yeah, and you don't have to run if you're invisible.
I wouldn't be, though, because I would be getting rid of my own invisibility.
Right, okay, because, invisibility is a concentration, so you can't have more than... Okay, never mind. I had a dumb moment.
Actually, wait, can you upcast it?
Technically, yes. It third level or higher, target one additional creature.
Okay, that solves it.
Do you have third level spell slots?
Yes, I have slots.
Beautiful.
I have slots, I can't kick the spells yet, though.
So you have third level slot. Okay. Beautiful.
Alright, that's good to know.
So, there we go. You give us a third level invisibility.
Now, I can only do it twice. But hopefully that will be enough.
I could technically cast invisibility 4 times. Regular invisibility.
No, I'm talking upcast.
I know, I'm saying with the spell Refueling Ring and my 3 third level slots, I could cast it 4 times. I would have to prepare that, though. I did prepare my spell slot prepare my spells as we were starting the session, so I'd have to change stuff, so this would definitely be a plan for the next game day.
Well, yeah, we've got 14 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you've got to go soon.
Yep.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
And my kid is
Canadian
hell-bent on making
Thanksgiving.
sure that I don't do anything. Every time I turn around, I hear, Daddy! Daddy!
Poor kiddo.
Yeah. She's cute and adorable when she wants to be.
I
That's how
imagine
they get
she
ya.
leverages that intentionally. How old is this kid?
Yeah, she does. 6.
Okay.
She has a cuteness reflex.
Yeah, that kid's definitely smart enough to start doing things intentionally. But
Oh,
you've got to
yeah.
be wary. Daddy's D&D time is the most important time.
We return!
Yes, she's...
Welcome back!
Sorry, we just got a new rooster on the farm.
Oh boy.
So, what we realized...
Okay.
Happy roostering, Shy. What we realized is Flicker has third level slots to upcast invisibility with, so we can get the Otyug out as well.
Really?
Yep.
Just convince an Otyug to invisibly wander out with you?
Yep.
Pretty much. I have no idea what it looks like, but I'm going to assume it can wander out.
Yeah, it's got legs.
Down.
I'm looking at a picture of it, and it makes me think of a displacer beast if it was a sphinx and had a mouth instead of a head.
Yeesh.
Okay, that's an interesting description.
I mean,
Yeah.
Give me a minute. This is the picture I found, and you know it's got the legs, it's got the tentacles, and it's got a mouth instead of a head, and it's got no fur.
Pictures.
Yep, relevant pictures.
That's the one. Yep.
Just give it a minute to load.
You know, they're pretty mean, but they're also super useful. As we said, Torner's seen one of them on an estate once. Doing the job.
Oh, jeez. This looks like... reminds me of some Langolier stuff. Or an actual body and not just the meatball.
Are you sneaking in there? You say you sneaking in there?
Sneaking in there.
Yeah.
Bringing some sludge.
The party.
Well,
Not all
like 3 people can... Yeah, who's doing the sneaking?
Well, me, because I need to upcast invisibility when we're gonna be leaving.
Right.
Alice can also bring invisibility to help, so he wants to come along.
And Olek?
Yeah. I think that's the party for this one.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll be using my infiltrator armor for that day. I won't be able to do this in-game this day.
Please, all of y'all, use your stealths.
Alright.
As long as it's with the infiltrator... Oh wait, short rest, doesn't matter. Anyway.
So a little tiny bit of prep time.
Yep. Oh, well, I don't have invisibility for the day, so it would have to be the next day as long as that's cool with the rest of the party.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to wait till the next day?
I would have to because I don't have invisibility prepared today.
Are you sure you just shouldn't go with a smaller group? Time is of the essence.
True.
Aldous can cast invisibility on Olek and just stay behind.
That's true.
I guess I'll do that.
Why did I have to roll stuff?
To sneak around. Much sneaking. Roll with advantage also. Because you're invisible.
Advantage. Okay.
Oh yeah, because you're invisible, you know. Damn, Olek! You are a ninja in the night.
Holy shit.
As Shadowweave leads the way, Olek invisibly stalks through the shadows, avoiding every single risk. As Calden, he's pretty good too, you know? Nobody sees him, nobody hears him, but yeah, things are going through. Things are pretty darn good. Shadowweave gets you there in 50 minutes. In the camp, you are surrounded by the enemy non-believers, themselves often wearing martial-looking themes, crawling around, dragging along eyeless humanoids and treating them like scum, laughing and chittering about all of the various different things that they might be doing, undoubtedly. Shadowweave leads you silently into the dark tunnel and crawls on into a great trash pit, below which there are 5 Otugs, lounging around and enjoying themselves in the garbage and feces of the garbage pit. They cannot see you.
Come on, Olek. You've got the charisma.
You've got the charisma, you've got the bottle of sludge.
So I'm gonna get my wine ready. And I'm gonna...
Quote unquote.
I'm gonna...
Quote unquote.
Telepathically communicate with them. Can I do that even? No, it doesn't. They're not humanoid.
You
Never
can.
mind.
They're telepathic.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. Because I really don't necessarily even have to know where I am.
Okay.
And I don't really want to Okay, so I'm gonna connect with them telepathically. And I'm gonna... very cheerfully, politely, and happily explain to them that, oh, well, this is nice garbage, this is nice food and all, but there is a place where the food is so much juicier and so much better, and there is so much more of it.
Huh? Who's this? That'd be nice. You're here. That'd be nice.
Now I'm gonna, make a bottle disappear, roll or several, and roll towards them.
Oh, okay. Just one moment.
And I'd like to say that Colin is looking the other way, being on lookout.
Good. So, as you roll it over, they smell it. They pick it up, and they go, oh, strong. Whoa. Oh, where's that from?
This is from our place. There is more of it. A lot more of it. We could bring you there. We could bring you there, and you could stay there, and you could eat it all.
Oh, roll a persuasion. With advantage, because you are, after all, waving the stankiest garbage it's ever seen in front of them. Ooh, you have all of their attention. All 5 of them. They're on it. Like white on rice, dude. They're like, oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll come. Where's the garbage?
Now, unfortunately, we will have to sneak out of here because these people will not want you to go to find the beautiful, juicy food that we have. So we have to be very careful.
Very careful.
Yeah. Kadin, how many can we sneak out?
1.
You brought Aldous, damn it.
Well, Aldous wouldn't be able to outcast anyway.
Well, he could still make one of them invisible and try to sneak around normally.
True.
Try.
We can get one of them out invisible.
What if we come back and get the other ones?
That would take a while. And that would be a lot of invisibility casts.
There
All
has
right.
to be a lot less than you think.
I was going to say, these creatures are large, right?
Yeah.
Yes, large.
And how big are the crypt spiders? Medium?
Medium. They're the size of people.
Okay. What's to stop the large creatures from just, walking out on their own and, the crypt spiders not wanting to get into confrontation with a giant creature that could crush them underfoot?
Are you proposing an Otyug stampede?
Not a stampede, still lead them out, but, maybe encourage them that, hey, you don't have to listen to them. They don't have the good garbage.
You're proposing an Otyug prison break.
Yes.
That sounds right.
Sounds about right.
So basically just an Otyug stampede with extra steps.
Yeah.
We can't, you can certainly try. We can't tell you no, try to, okay, use your fancy... We mean, if you actually no, yeah, you have their, you have their attention. They'll do what you want if you can tell them where the garbage is.
All right. So, I will lead you to this wonderful food, but these crypt spiders will try to keep you. They will try to stop you. They will try to harm you, and you have to make sure that you get out of there alive and well. And I will bring you to the juiciest food ever. Just make sure that they don't harm you.
Is Shadow Weave with us?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna.
She's terrified.
I'm going to pipe up and say, you need to follow her.
This crypt spider is good.
Okay.
This is a good crypt spider.
Okay.
She will lead you to the juiciest stuff that you've ever eaten.
It was just a little tiny, insignificant detail that I thought would be kind of important.
Easy to forget.
Since Oleg completely neglected to mention it.
So they're totally cool about that, right? And they're starting to walk out, and everything's going good, and then you hear...
Beautiful.
but really, really loud. And then you turn around and see on the far end of the chamber, there's a bunch of spider guards! Dozens of them! And they're pointing at you! And Shadow Weave's like, oh my goodness! Run for your lives! And immediately starts taking off down the hallway.
Are the creatures running with her?
The Otyugs, following their command, immediately give chase, slamming down the hallway with the force of Buffalo.
I love it.
Beautiful.
So everybody book it back towards camp, and
Should cheese it.
Okay. I'm gonna go that direction, but I'm gonna stick to the side of the tunnel.
Right.
So hopefully the spiders that are going to proceed to give chase don't run into me.
Now, everybody, or sorry, who is the best survival of the, was Olek and Kalden?
Yes, it is me and her.
Okay. Whoever rolls best survival, roll your survival check.
You've got a plus.
Hey, Olek, what about you? Do you got a survival? Oh, dear.
Oh, you... Alright.
Ezeth,
I
have
was surviving.
bolstered knack. You might roll like a 8 or something, whatever the
It's not
Might
even
wanna
gonna
add that.
do anything.
With Kalden's expert capability of dungeoneering, you get back in 3 hours.
jeez.
Alright.
When you're there, the Otyugs are happily slopping around in the crap, and very quickly end up clearing a goodly deal of it out.
Well, the good news is that for 2 of those hours... Well, I suppose we still would have had 30 minutes of stealth. But, so I guess we only had 30 minutes of no invisibility.
Yeah. So, no, you only had 10 more minutes of stealth. You got there after 50 minutes. That being said, you were mostly booking it around and running through various different hallways the entire time trying to avoid being attacked. Like in a JRPG. So, eventually, by about midnight, the canal is cleared, and once the canal is cleared, you find that the water now running in it, fresh and clean, runs smoothly and in a gentle circle, as if by some magical effect that has managed to last the test of time, as so many ancient artifacts and locations somehow do. Now free from clogging and sludge, you realize that an ice guard may well still be able to adorn the central strip, and decorative fish could indeed live in this nice current. Perhaps one day, you'll indeed be able to open this place to a wealthy and generous public. As you, after long toil and a gross day, you come out to see the people cheering on some central figure in the middle of the colony square. A giant boulder the size of a house slowly lifts up and down in the distance. Wizard! Wizard! Wizard!
Oh god,
people,
not again!
People from all camps call out as you get closer. And 500! A man from the middle of the crowd calls out before the boulder is unceremoniously tossed, clean from the borders of the entire community. The people cheer aloud as you see Strength Wizard flexing grandly from within. As he sees you, he breaks out in a huge smile, surpassing his otherwise normal grin, and comes closer. Oh, wonderful! My dearest friends from the West! Ha ha ha! By the gods, you look terrible! You certainly seem like you need a wizard's help around these parts. I'm glad I came. So how's about you do me a favor, and I'll do you a favor. Adventurer to adventurers. All I need for now is a place to stay. I hope you've cleaned the place up a bit since my last visit. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find the edge of reality, but maybe you can help me with that later on.
I'm going. I have to go. So, I'm not dealing with this.
Timing.
Real life has great timing.
Yes. So that is where we ended the video anyway. So, yeah, thanks everybody for coming and watching. Do the things. Everybody feel free to say goodbye.
This is an awesome signing out.